Okay, we should be back. OBS had a bit of a malfunction for some reason. It lost connection. But we should be back again now. Hopefully. Although I'm not sure. Just checking. I'm not sure we're live anymore. We could be. We could very well be live again. If we are live again. No, it wasn't your internet. I think it was mine. But I'm live again now, so... Okay, I just paused it when the captain was having a bit of a... well, he was just being a bit upset. It could be the same for me then. I'm wondering. Could be the same for me. Could be having the same issues.
Pony punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can
Sidey-wise.
promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space.
I've seen we got quite a few people in. If
Previously
you
peaceful
are
and
new to the
otherwise
Hank Tank, do drop us a
non-aggressive
follow.
civilizations
And
now
say hello
find
on chat.
themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So
Since we've
it's
got
a
so many
peacekeeping
people.
mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to
Price
not
fancy
only
doing a
prove
Who's
what
That
the Resolute
Pokemon?
and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified.
Okay.
This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly.
It didn't
like
work.
nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hatari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
The
But are we
diplomat.
prepared to embark on the mission?
As much as I'd like to think that's true, I have my doubts. But I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Why are they so close to that
I
screen?
expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
Thank you. But I feel like I still have so much to learn.
You'll have plenty of opportunity. And if you're willing to put in the work, I'll do everything in my power to help you along the way. Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Alright then. So far the only people we've upset is the Vulcan fella, and this woman hasn't upset anyone. She's been lovely. Sweet, it's the bridge. That's pretty cool. Nice TNG bridge.
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
He's
A pleasure to
Bajoran.
meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
It's like sub
I've been
characters
following your career for quite some time.
have got less detail
And I
on their
look forward
face.
to learning as much as I can from you.
That's very kind of
But
you
our
to
main
say.
character
I'm
here
happy
and
to
the
be here.
captain have much
Well,
more detail
I have
on
to
their
admit,
face
one
compared
of
to
the
this
reasons I've
character
followed
here.
your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once.
Alright.
But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that.
Bit condescending.
So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a
I
standard
think
to
we'll leave
strive
that
for.
for now.
That's very kind of you to say, but enough about me. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes, of course.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Yes. Let's go now. Warp 9.6. I'll have a wander around the bridge, shall we? That's pretty cool. It's a wee bridge, but it's a bridge nonetheless. Nicely carpeted. Alright, let's go to the captain's chair.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm.
Okay.
We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
I mean, the ship should be able to take it.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the
but
Sif.
Great, let's get to that emitter.
the storm's going to hit the ship, isn't it?
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
Yeah, of course I do. Starfleet's an open door. We just have to walk through it. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be.
Very good point.
Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the Sif emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Mini game.
Beginning recalibration.
Tune knows?
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
I'm not sure what it wants me to do, to be honest. I should not be pulling it that way, though. Why does it keep going that way? I'm trying to. Why does it just keep going over there? Okay. Oh, did it?
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
I don't understand what the hell just happened. It's flashing red. That can be good. They've wanged it in, sir.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered
Aye.
my name and my rank. Impressive.
Oh, he's gonna be a prick. He wants
Yes,
to be
I'm the
first
Chief
officer.
Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
Well, I'm so glad you said that. Now I know exactly who to turn to when I have questions.
Questions are more Commander Ermont's territory. Captain Solano primarily relies on my knowledge and expertise when he needs answers.
Well, that's
I'm curious,
what
though.
you get when you ask a question,
Kobliad,
dipshit.
or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all.
Dude's a cock.
But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned, just curious, that's all.
Right.
Listen,
So, we'll keep
can I
this
be blunt,
motherfucker-
Commander?
I see
No.
no reason to stop now.
Well,
Commander
stop it.
Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet.
Fuck this guy.
His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill.
Then I won't try.
He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
So we know where he's being
I
a
don't
dick.
think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen.
Sorry,
At the
mate's
moment,
deep,
I
but
can't tell you
get
if the
fucked.
Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Maybe we need to raise that in structural integrity shield again.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Oh, balls.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over.
Red alert!
Aye.
Let's just fucking red alert it straight away, boys.
Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield
Just 1
systems are
minute.
severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need
Evasive
every available
maneuvers.
solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it
What do we
wrong.
do? What do we do? I reckon
That's
shields.
right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Sorry, dude.
Bedrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading.
Yeah,
We've only
gotta
got
be
one
shields.
shot.
Understood. On my command.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
Let's hope this works.
This is it!
All hands, brace for impact.
They were not braced.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backwash
Everyone
through the
died.
system and
Everybody's
creating a
dead,
dangerous
Dave.
imbalance.
That can blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
What are you smoking? I ain't doing that. That's the other end of the ship. I know it's not a big ship, but walking it.
We've reached the first access point.
Oh, okay, cool.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level
Mini
1 failsafe circuits?
game. Mini game time. It's mini game time. Left stick and right trigger together. It's not really a mini game. This will be.
Affirmative.
Engage the override.
Okay.
It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
I mean, these don't seem to be timed, to be fair.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Okie dokie. I am doing this with controller
Dears
just
to
now because
Resolute,
I'm sort of
the
kicking back and
failsafes are
chilling.
temporarily disabled.
As I have a
Moving
bit of
on
a
to
bad
the
back.
EPS regulator.
Which is why I wanted something slightly more
Heads
chilled.
up, Carter.
Uh-oh!
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us.
We'll move that.
I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Well, that's not fun when it's not inverted.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Right. Are you telling me I can't change? Might be better using the mouse and keyboard with the phaser, but that's okay because I've got something near me I can do that with. But if I could just invert my controls, that's a bugger. Yeah. Oh no! Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That's alright. Just have to watch this cutscene again.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
Oh no, I'm
One
gonna
of the
do this again.
discharges coalesced.
Right, I'm gonna try this with the
It's
mouse
coming
this
right
time.
toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Way easier. Well, maybe not. That is easier, I would say.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Use your phaser to clear a path. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I'm not even sure what these things are. For little green balls. Shoot little green balls and clear a path. Sure, why not? Oh, that was a big one. So I'm actually currently using my stick to move. What? Oh, what?
Are you alright?
Yeah. Sue took most of it.
Oh, this
Snuck
shit's
up on me.
tight.
That damaged it.
And she's dampening density.
Suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%.
Carter!
That hurt.
Do not get hit again.
Okay.
We're almost to the regulator.
I notice that she's not helping.
We're at the regulator point. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
It's the blue one that's out. Oh, what?
The EPS
Okay.
lines to the port warp engine
Hooray!
are back in balance. Almost done.
What?
Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chovak can...
Uh-oh. Well, that's gotta be a bad thing. Oh, Lord.
Get down! Diaz to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. Hull vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd
Can't
be
do
like
that.
setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
The docking clamp isn't functioning. We're exploring our
The
options.
option is to detonate the emergency release.
Nah.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Do we blow them
Go
up?
ahead.
Or do
Captain,
we
have
try
a
and...
situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain
No.
doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
No.
Chara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
I'm gonna depolarize the
The
hull.
captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
I'm gonna...
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Fuck the captain.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Huh?
2, 1. Mark!
Oh shit, I was supposed to have that thing on there, wasn't I? That was silly. Carter died! Yeah, I was supposed to do that. Sorry, I didn't see the other bit.
Perfect.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Uh-oh. Well, what? We gotta get it to the middle. This isn't always apparent what you're supposed to be doing, but hey, it's obvious.
Look out!
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Going there now.
Guessing I shouldn't have my phaser out then. Fair play, this is quite good so far. Certainly enjoying it, I hope you all are too. There's a lot of walking. We are still walking. The walking continues. So.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
Pull the hatch as well.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in there!
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Oh yeah. Plenty of walking.
We made it.
They're safe. Bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
I don't think you can really get it wrong. It's more about who feels what towards you. I mean, the captain kind of got his old first officer killed by the sounds of things, so don't really give a fuck.
Nilly.
I'm good. Help me with him.
He took plasma to the face.
Let's get this off. Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter.
Emergency sick bay
You don't
transport.
look so good. You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Status
Again,
report.
very rough around the
The
edges.
repair crew
this
made
game.
it inside.
Very
EPS
rough.
flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermont?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we
Fuck
can make
you,
our
Cap.
departure on time.
We did better
As of
than
now,
your
however,
decision.
we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Bollocking time. You disobeyed my orders.
You disobeyed my orders.
Yep.
Well,
Respectfully, Captain, I made the right choice given the
you
information I had.
disobeyed my orders!
Don't care.
And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well.
Don't care.
That's going to get around.
Don't care.
My name's already tarnished around the fleet.
'Cause you're shit.
But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship?
Your credibility on this
From
ship
the
is
top
already
to the bottom.
fucked.
Bridge to lower decks.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is.
I don't care
Maybe
if the
I
captain
shouldn't
doesn't
have
like
disobeyed
me.
a direct order. But you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone.
What stunt?
Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are. And, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know if you weren't in those shoes. So, let's just boil it down to you did what you had to.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday.
Well, I don't seem
Despite
too
it all,
pissed.
we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermont, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Alright, alright, alright. And a star to sail her by.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
the Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Let's ging! Let's boldly ging, for nobody's ginged afore. Or maybe other people have ginged afore, but we'll ging again. And hey, look at stuff.
That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
This ship is a shed.
Me? Engage.
Gotta do the engaging.
Simple, but effective.
All right. Yeah, I'm struggling with that.
Easy.
Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
Oh, she's needing her. That was what the ring's for. It tells her when she needs... Yeah, it tells her when she needs another dose of that stuff. Duridium.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
How could she let it get this bad?
Help me get her inside!
Now here we have the what this dude was talking about. Again, emergency medical transport.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before.
Ooh.
You're...
Rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet, and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
I know what it means. And I know the responsibility that comes with it. But I can't be anything more than who I am. And if someone has a problem with that, or expects something else, then that's their problem, not mine.
That's exactly right.
We'll be taking a short
Don't
luncheon
worry,
break.
I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks.
Okay.
Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed.
Loose lips on this ship.
Operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake.
Should you be talking about this doctor?
What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. But the more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Not when the captain's clearly a
travels
walloper.
fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure is almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
Again, clunky, I know, but still enjoying it.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that.
Aye, okay.
I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
The door just opened to be closed. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of bugs, but it's okay. They're not game-breaking bugs so far.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's a combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already.
Yep, I was right.
Be brief.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall. You did take one hell of a shot, though.
I hear you've been checking in on me. Thanks for that.
One of the benefits of working a security rotation. Lots of opportunities to walk by sickbay and stop in. Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse, leaving it unsaid.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk. What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore.
I went your
I
bulb.
want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Does he? A bit.
Carter?
We'll do that.
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So, do you want to find out what
We're
that
going down
something
this
is?
route.
If it's there for you, and it's there for me, why not give it a try?
We don't have to put too much pressure on it. Let's just see where this goes.
I like that. Definitely felt some pressure coming down to see you.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Ah. She's gonna die. She's gonna die. She's gonna blow up in a mad plasma explosion right in her face, or she'll be horribly disfigured. She's like, "Oh, but you said you loved me." And you're like, "Aye, but, aye."
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of
Oh,
warp.
there's
Drop
Fanny
the
Boz
impulse.
himself, Captain Fanny Boz.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Oh,
Shield
that can't
detected
be good.
holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Just gonna do stuff till it works. There you go.
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Oh
Shuttle
dear.
to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering.
Lower your shields. We'll transport you off.
Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
Tractor
We won't
beam?
get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Yep. That's about right.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Come on, Diaz. First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
That's from the Excelsior.
We're pulling in debris.
I'm on it.
Uh-oh. There's a big bastarding one coming.
That's gonna take out the shuttle. Diaz, the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Fire.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Ah,
Commander
shoot it.
Rydek, plot an intercept course.
On it.
What?
Here we go. Maneuvering
Some of this
thrusters
is a bit
bearing
weird,
53 Mark 17.
but-
200 meters on
Oh
an
well.
intercept course.
Maneuvering.
It's an interactive film, really, more than a game.
Got it.
Whoa! Someone's working hard on the bridge. We got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Terra firma, so to speak.
Ambassador Spock.
Now, this is a bit strange, because obviously Leonard Nimoy has passed away quite some time ago. So this is obviously a voice actor.
The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
Wow. let me be the first to say, welcome to the Resolute, Ambassador.
Thank you, Petty Officer...
Carter? Carter Diaz. Sir.
I am pleased to meet you, Petty Officer Carter Diaz.
He's not bad.
It appears I have you to thank for my safe arrival.
It isn't bad.
Your assistance arrived not a moment too soon, if I may say so.
You're very welcome, sir. I'm glad we could get you here in one piece.
Indeed. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space, but it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual.
Oh, aye.
Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable.
Oh, aye.
So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies.
Oh, aye.
What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation is called for.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical, Petty Officer Diaz. Thank you.
Ambassador Spock.
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. We're already behind.
Right, folks, we're going to take a short break here because my food's nearly here. So we will be back in around 20 minutes to half an hour. This is where we will leave it. We will leave it right here on this screen, and we will come back to this screen. So nothing will be missed. I'm going to eat my McDonald's, and then we'll be right back. See you soon, folks.